You saw it. Or maybe you didn't. But it happened. A blocky, Minecraft-style world. A dolphin. Not just any dolphin. A dolphin getting cuffed by the Coast Guard. That's how the Colts decided to open their 2025 schedule release video. Week 1. Miami. And boom, a slap in the face right off the bat. No subtlety. Just a full-on reference, pixelated and everything, to something that hit way too close to home for one particular number 10. Now let's pause for a second. Let's not go too fast. Because this wasn't just about a video, or a joke, or a meme gone wrong. This was about something way deeper than that. This was about perception. It was about timing. About the way some people still don't get it, or pretend not to, and then act surprised when the backlash hits like a truck. Tyreek Hill, the man at the center of it, the one whose name, for better or worse, always seems to bring a storm with it. Everyone remembers that traffic stop. Week 1 of 2024, just before kickoff against Jacksonville. Sirens, lights, confusion, and there he was, sitting in the back of a police cruiser outside Hard Rock Stadium. For what? A seatbelt? Careless driving? Really? It wasn't the kind of arrest that sticks. Not the kind that leaves permanent damage. But the cameras were there. And that's all it takes these days. A few seconds of footage. A headline or two. And suddenly, it's everywhere. Viral. People pointing fingers. Laughing. Shaking heads. Acting like they've got the full story. Even when they don't. But this isn't about rehashing old news. What happened, happened. The citations disappeared. The officers didn't even bother showing up in court. And Hill, he made it to the game. He played. He scored. He moved on. Or at least, that's what we all thought. Then, the Colts dropped that video. No warning. No hesitation. Just a pixelated slap right across the face of every Dolphins fan watching. And there it was, the moment that turned a simple schedule drop into something else entirely. Something you could feel. Like a punch to the chest. Like someone poking at an old bruise, just to see if it still hurts. So what did Tyreek do? He laughed. Seriously. That was his move. That was his play. He jumped on social media, posted the video, and said, "Should have left it up at Colts. This was funny." Just like that. No anger. No outrage. Just a reminder that sometimes the best way to hit back is to act like it didn't hit at all. But don't get it twisted. That post. That wasn't surrender. That wasn't forgiveness. That was control. That was him taking the wheel, spinning the narrative, refusing to be the punchline. Because when you laugh at the joke, it stops being funny for the people who told it. And that, right there, is the part people missed. The Colts thought they were being edgy. They thought they were pushing boundaries. But what they really did was remind everyone just how fast a team can misread the room. Microsoft got mad. The video got pulled. And suddenly, the joke came with an apology. To Hill. To Microsoft. To anyone else who saw it for what it was. A cheap shot dressed up in digital costumes. A statement followed. Of course it did. There's always a statement. Something about exceeding rights. Something about insensitivity. It read like it had been proofread by lawyers, run through 5 PR filters, and spat out with all the emotion of a dead battery. But it's not just about Hill, is it? No. He wasn't the only one they targeted. Kyler Murray riding a chicken. Patrick Mahomes looking like a frog. John Rocker standing awkwardly between them all. It was chaotic, wild, and meant to go viral. But in trying to make everyone laugh, they ended up reminding everyone just how badly this league can fumble its own image. And you have to ask why. Why take shots like that? Why turn real-life messes into punchlines? Why dig into things that still sting for the sake of clicks and views? Because it's easy. Because it's fast. Because people eat it up. Until they don't. Hill's situation isn't clean. Never has been. He's had headlines follow him around like shadows. Some deserved. Some not. But he's always been polarizing. That's part of who he is. And the Colts saw an opening. A moment. They took it. But here's the thing. When you aim at someone like Hill, you better be sure of your shot. Because if you miss, if the tone's off, if the timing's bad, it doesn't just bounce off. It ricochets. Loudly. This wasn't some fan account trolling for attention. This was an official NFL team's media department, with budgets, with meetings, with people whose entire job is to think things through. And still, this is what they came up with. And still it aired. For a few hours, anyway. Then it vanished. Like it never existed. Except we all saw it. And no one's going to forget it. So what happens next? Do the Dolphins care? Does the league? Will it get brought up again when Week 1 actually rolls around? Or will it just sit there in the background, humming like static, until someone brings it back up in the middle of the broadcast?